Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maritza. If you guys are new here, please be sure to subscribe down below. And also, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you guys will be notified when I post new videos. As you guys can tell, today I'm actually in my kitchen, and that's because, well, you guys can already tell by the title as well. I'm going to be teaching you guys the way that I make albondigas. What albondigas is, if you guys don't already know, it is basically like a Mexican version of like a meatball soup. That is like the best way that I could describe this, I guess. It does have like vegetables, you guys will see. If you guys are interested at all knowing how I make them and want to see how I make them, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so here I have just washed all of the vegetables that I'm going to use. Potato here, I have 3 of those, and then I have 4 carrots and 2 zucchinis, or I know people call these squash. Not sure, is it called either or, whatever. So what I do is I'm gonna start with my potatoes. This is only gonna make enough for 3 people and a baby, all depending on how much you guys eat. You know, just go from there. I honestly just eyeball everything. I do cut my potatoes in half, and that's it. I'm gonna be placing everything into a little plastic bin that I have right here next to me, and I'm just putting them in there in the meantime while I'm like ready to cook them. So since they're already all washed and clean, on the carrots I just cut the ends off, and then each carrot is a different size, so I will just, like for this one, I'll just cut it like into 3 pieces. I do like my pieces, and I know my husband likes the pieces just kind of bigger, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then as far as the zucchinis, I just cut the ends off, and then these I cut in thirds, so just depending on how big they are, sometimes up to 4 pieces, sometimes just in half. And then from there I cut this in half. So this is just how the size, like this is just the sizes that we like. Everyone can obviously, you know, make their own sizes, and you guys can decide how big you want it or how small or whatnot. Okay, so this is what all my veggies look like. This little thing here is supposed to hold like 17 cups. It's just a container, you know, and it's about halfway full. That's what I wanted to show you guys, so you guys can kind of picture about how much. And then I'm gonna move on to the meat now. So in a pot, I have put some water in here. It's not even halfway. This pot is kind of big. It's not too big, but anyways, it's like a perfect size for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my vegetables in there. I do put these in here, and then like almost whenever they're like almost done, all I do is put the meatballs in here. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Another thing is I do like these to be really soft and cooked, so that's why I do it like this. I do it first, and I'm pretty sure I've seen most people do it like this. This is just the way that I was taught, so this is what I'm doing. So this is the meat that I'm going to use. This is just ground beef. It says it's all natural, 85% lean, 15% fat. I only use 1 pound of this, and it makes like a good amount for just me, my husband, and my son. Depending on how many people you guys have, obviously you guys are going to use either more or even maybe less if it's just for 1 person. But personally, I think this is a good size. I'm going to go ahead and cut this up real quick and put it in my pan here, and then I'm going to show you guys everything that I add to the meat. So this is what the meat looks like in my little pan here. I did cut up 1 tomato and then just like 1/4 of an onion, and this is what I came up with. I just took a little bit of that and put it in my meat, and then I seasoned it with this seasoned salt. I just eyeball everything, so that's what it looks like. I'm also putting in 1 egg into this. Then I'm going to take 1 spoon of rice. This is the size of the spoon. Oh my goodness, that's so little. I'm going to do like 3 of those. And about this much flour, which I already put in there. And then I'm just going to mix this all together. I personally just use my hand. I washed them already. So this is the part that I was saying I'll show you guys what I'm doing with the tomato and onion. This is obviously optional. This is the way that I just do it. It kind of adds more flavor. I just put some oil in a pot and let that heat up. And then I'm going to put my tomato and onion in here and just cook it, and then throw that into my pot where my veggies are already cooking. So let me show you guys. So just add some of that. And basically I'm just going to let this cook. And then I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's done cooking. All you do is you just gotta keep like stirring it and moving it around so that it doesn't like stick to the pan. And well, with these pans it doesn't really stick, but just so it doesn't burn all unevenly. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it's like all cooked, and I do really like to cook it to the point where it looks almost burned. I'm gonna go ahead and add it to my vegetables. This is what my vegetables look like so far. They're like barely starting to get really hot, and I haven't covered it. I'm about to cover this as well, but I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt to my vegetables and then just kind of mix it around, basically so the water can have like a little bit of flavor too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this and I'll show you guys. So you guys will see right off the bat, it kind of gives the water like a different tint. It almost looks kind of reddish, like orangish sort of. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of salt, and I'm gonna go ahead and take my lid and cover this. So now that it's all covered, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I make the meatballs. I'm also gonna be adding these leaves to the soup. These are called laurel leaves. I'm not really sure if is that the same thing in English too. I don't know. I'm just gonna be adding 2 of these to the soup, and I add these like at the same time that I add the tomato and onion. So there's really nothing too crazy about this. I have the meat right here. The meatballs you guys will make to the size that you guys like. I personally like let me show you guys, like this. And that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna be setting them on this cutting board here. So as you guys can see, it made about 17 meatballs. So basically, you want these done right when it is time to actually put them into the soup, because you don't want to, you know, leave these outside for too long. I would say at least no more than 20 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So once all the vegetables are almost all the way cooked, you guys will be able to tell. I mean, you can clearly tell that they're almost all the way done, especially the potatoes. Once the potatoes start to get soft, basically, you know, you're ready to put the meatballs in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in. So I do try to put them in just all around the pot. I try not to pile them up on top of each other because sometimes they will stick whenever they touch each other. So that is also what the egg and the flour is for. I'm gonna make sure that they're covered with water too, because you don't want them to be sticking out like these here. So usually I'll just kind of move it around like this, and they'll all kind of go in there, and if not, I will just take a spoon and slowly push it in. That way they're all covered with the water. And then I also put aside some rice here that I'm just gonna dump a little bit. I kind of just eyeball this as well. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I thought I wanted to do the whole thing, but I'm not. So that's it, you guys. It is not really boiling right now because I put in the cold meatballs, but I'm gonna turn it up to a medium heat, because after the meatballs it will be pretty much done. So I will definitely show you guys. So to serve this, we just serve it in our plate, and then we add some lime to it, and then this is just diced up onion and jalapeno, and that is it. I will show you guys what my plate looks like in a bit. So here's my plate, you guys. I already squeezed lime into here, and as you guys see, I put the jalapeno and the onion. Now I'm just gonna add a tapatio, and that is it. Here's my husband's plate, and that's my husband's plate. And here is David's plate. So that is it for today's video, you guys. Be sure to subscribe down below, and also don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you guys will be notified when I post new videos. I do really want to make more cooking videos because I do get a few requests here and there to make cooking videos, so I do really want to make more cooking videos for you guys. So let me know down below in the comments what other recipes you guys want me to try, and I will definitely try those out for you guys and show you guys how I personally make them. If you guys haven't already given this video a thumbs up, please be sure to do so. And also, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. I will be having a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, so please stay tuned so you guys can see what I will be giving away. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.